Hi, today we'll be creating a class in JavaFX that will demonstrate the ColorPicker and DatePicker controls. So first we'll start with, actually I'll refactor this class first. Refactor. So we'll just call it picker.java, refactor it, and then we'll start in the picker class. So we have to import a bunch of stuff, so it's kind of annoying, but that's okay. So import java.time.localDate, and we'll import JavaFX.application.application, import JavaFX.event.actionEvent, import JavaFX.geometry.pos, so .scene, JavaFX.scene.control.colorPicker. So scene.control.colorPicker, import JavaFX.scene.control.DatePicker, JavaFX.scene.layout.HBox, VBox, import JavaFX.scene.paint.color. Well, it's not java.fx, it's just JavaFX. And then import import JavaFX.scene.text.font, import JavaFX.scene.font posture. Something wrong with that. Import JavaFX.scene.text. Whoops. So I'll just copy that, paste that again, and paste that one more time. So then font posture, font weight, .text, .stage. Usually if I'm writing something, I won't do that. Like I'll just Alt-Shift-Enter it, because it gets annoying to import all that stuff, but I guess you have to hit Alt-Shift-Enter, so. But on the fly, it's better. It's easier, like if you're writing software. So then now we'll just write the class. So public class, picker. This is done in main, actually. So let's copy this. We'll cut it. We'll paste it all into main, and then we'll just call it main. Save that. Then we'll extend application, because it's done all in one class this time, so it's not in two classes. So we'll just delete this. Make it a bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Okay, good. So public class main extends application. Then we'll create some private variables. So we'll create just a text object. We can call it str. And we'll create a private date picker and a color picker. Oops, sorry, we'll create a private date picker. We'll just call it lowercase date picker. We'll create or define a color picker, same thing, just lowercase, color picker, pickler. So then public void start, we'll pass in stage, primary stage. We'll create here private stage, primary stage. So we'll set date picker equal to new date picker, and we pass the local date dot now. Then we'll say date picker dot set. So we'll call the set on action method. Set on action. Then we'll pass in the method we haven't created yet. So process date. Just process date. We haven't created that method, but we will. Then we'll say color picker equals new color picker. So for most of these objects, you just have to use your intuition. Like most of these are classes, like for the controls, you just have to call them by their name and just set them equal to new color picker. So you just create them like a normal object. And then here, but some of them you'll have to remember the syntax. So for here, we have to pass a color dot initial color. I think if you look on the Java Oracle docs, the JavaFX API Oracle docs, and you find the color picker class, if you look on the internet for that, then you'll find that there'll be either one constructor or there'll be many constructors, and one of them will have a color parameter in it. So I think if you don't set it, it's white by default, but I'm not 100% sure. Just double check. Just read all the constructors. Usually reading the constructors on the API docs can be helpful. So here we'll just say color picker. Color picker will set the event handler, so color picker dot set on action. Then this, and then shift semicolon semicolon, and then we'll call process color. Then here we'll set str, so short for string. So str equals to new text. So we'll just create a text to be displayed. So we'll just say joyous. I don't even know how to spell it. Joyous. Is that how you spell it? Plus, I'll put a space here to make some more room, and the string, and then we'll say local date dot now. local date dot now dot get day of week. So there's more options there, but we're just saying the day of week. Then we'll say str.set font to font. So we're doing it differently. We're not creating a font object. So font.font, and we'll just pass in another parentheses. And we'll say Helvetica. Then we'll comma font weight dot bold. Then font posture dot regular. So it's just normal. I don't know if there is a normal actually. Normal, no, there's no normal. So just regular. Maybe there's a normal for this one. Normal, regular. Yeah, so this one, the standard is normal for font weight. And then for font posture, it's regular, so they're different. That's strange, but that's okay for the default. So font.regular, font posture dot regular, and then we'll pass 24. Or we'll just pass like 26. That's okay. 26 pixels. So here we'll create a HBox. So HBox, just call it lowercase HBox equals new HBox. Then we'll say date picker. We'll put our date picker in the horizontal box. We'll lay it out. Then we'll put our color picker beside it. So it starts from the left and goes to the right, I think. We'll double check that. And then we'll say hbox.set spacing between the nodes. We'll set the spacing to 16 pixels. And then we'll say hbox.set alignment to POS, capital P, dot center with all capitals. Then we'll set VBox. VBox, we can call it VBox, but in this case, it's the root node. So you can also call it root if you want. So we'll just call it root since we're going to pass it into the scene constructor. So we'll say VBox root equals new VBox. No parameters here because we'll use the get children add all. I don't think you have to do that. I think you can add them into the VBox. Like you can put, what are we putting here? VBox, get children dot add all pickers, not pickers. We could probably put the VBox. We can put the HBox and the string in the VBox without calling the get children. I think I've done that before, but you can use the get children method. So here we'll say root dot set style. We'll set the color again with the formatter, the formatting string. So we'll say fx, so dash fx dash background dash color shift semicolon, and we'll just say like yellow. Then we'll say root dot set spacing to 21 pixels. You don't have to do that, but you can just try whatever you want. And then we'll say root dot set alignment to POS dot center. Then we'll call root.getChildren.addAll. I think I did that right, add all, and then we'll pass in HBox, and then we'll pass in string, str, short for string. Then we'll just create our scene equals new scene. We'll pass in root and then the size of the window. So we'll just say like 425 by 175. Then we'll say primary stage. We'll set the title. So dot set title of the window or the widget. We'll just set it to picker widget. Or well, no, we can say date and color picker widget. Date. I'll just say date color picker widget. I'll just say date color widget. Or whatever you want, doesn't matter. Just a string. And we'll say primary stage dot set scene, pass in scene, and primary stage dot show. Then we'll do the event handlers. We forgot to do those. So event handlers, you have to do it underneath the bracket, the square bracket, because it's a new method. So public void process. What do we call it? Process. We called it process date. Then we have to pass an action event. We could just say event 1 here. And then we'll say local date. Call it date equals local date. Okay, so we'll just say local date, no new. Don't put a new keyword there. Operator. So we'll just say local date equals date picker. Yeah, so be careful you don't put new there. You could get an error or something. So equals date picker dot get value. Then say str.setText. We'll call the setText method. So what do we say? We said joyous. And then plus day dot get day of week. Semicolon, save it. So on our event handler, it's gonna get so where's our day picker? It's up here. So new day picker equals local date dot now. So we're gonna set on action to this process date. So when the date picker gets clicked, it's gonna save a date variable, and it's gonna save that variable to the value that the get value method returns. So the get value just gets whatever you clicked or the user clicked. And then the string is going to set the string to the string joyous plus the date that you pick. So it's going to say like joyous like Monday or joyous Friday, Wednesday, whatever. Then we'll write another event handler. We'll say public void process color. I think that's what we called it. Then it has to take a string in the, no, it takes a action event parameter. We can just call it event 2 or E1, E2, whatever, just event if you want. I don't think they can, I think they can be the same thing since it's local. So we'll just say str.setFill, so it sets the color. You can look the methods up if you're not sure. You can look them up on the JavaFX API Oracle docs. Just search that on the internet. So we'll set fill to the color picker dot get value. So they both use the get value method, the action event method in color picker. I'm not sure what class it is. It's probably from a class higher above in the hierarchy, so just have a look. So just save that, and then after all that, we'll write the command line, public static void main. We'll pass in string array args. Then we'll call the launch and then pass in args in the launch method. We'll save it and run it. Probably an error somewhere. Color dot, does it take a capital? Color dot. DatePicker ColorPicker. Oh, it's all capitals for that. My bad. Save it. And save and run. Another one. VBox. Is it V and then capital B? Yeah, it is. Capital B. Alright, it compiled. So on your screen you should see Joyous Sunday at the bottom. Or I guess today's Sunday, so whatever day you're watching this. Whatever day it is, it's gonna say the same day that it is, I guess. So then you can set the date. And when you change the date, it'll say Monday. And you can change the color of the font, which is cool. So, you know, you've probably seen these before, the date pickers. You've seen those around the internet. You've seen the color picker around the internet too. So they use similar things, which is cool. And when we do the dialog boxes, you'll see how you'll notice those too. So we'll do some more stuff, and you're gonna recognize seeing these stuff, this stuff around, like especially like on Windows, Mac. Like they use the same kind of stuff. They probably use like C++ or Java to do it, so it's normal to see like the same kind of style of the windows, because like that's how you make the windows, right? It's all through languages like this, so you'll see stuff that you recognize. So yeah, so I hope that helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, take care.